Well, g'day, and welcome back again to ZhaoQing. So today we're again out at our new campus out at DingHu, and what we're going to do is take you for a little walk. We're going to go for a walk down some of the little back streets out here, sort of fairly rural sort of areas, and eventually make our way to the high-speed rail station. We're going to go and have a little look at the high-speed rail station. So yeah, stick with us. We're going to take a walk. It's a few kilometers, but it should be fun. So to get out of the school here, we have these facial recognition gates, and they will basically, the camera will look at my face, see my face, and open the doors for me. It's very cool. Yeah, so the school can keep track on the students, make sure that they're not going out at inopportune times and stuff like that. Yeah, make sure they're not going out at midnight and partying and stuff, so that they're not doing things detrimental to their studies, which is a good thing, I think. Just check for traffic here. We look like we're all good. So we're going to duck down. There's a little pathway down here. It's going to take us underneath. We've got the railway line just in front of us here. This little pathway is going to sneak us underneath the railway line out to the other side towards the main highway. So a couple of things coming up. We've actually got a sports day out at our school next weekend, which we're going to, well, it's a couple of days. It's Saturday and Sunday. We're going to video the Saturday and give you a look at what they do for sports here and show you some of the events. But then Sunday is the ZhaoQing Marathon, which we're going to attempt to video some of that. We're not going to be able to get all of it because the distances are too vast. It starts in near the ancient city wall, and they've actually got 3 marathon distances. One's going halfway around the lake. It must be about a 5 kilometer run. Then they've got one that's continuing around the lake. It's going to finish at Python Square, which I think is about 12.5 or 15 kilometer run. And then the third one's a full-length marathon, which is going to come right out here to DingHu, finish out pretty close to the train station somewhere. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to video the whole thing because we just don't have the ability to travel that far that fast at the moment. Next year, when they run the marathon again, we might be able to do something more because I'll have an electric bike by then. I'm actually getting pretty close to buying an electric bike to be able to get around when making filming. I actually want to do a lot more filming out here at DingHu while I'm out at the school on the days I'm staying out here. So yeah, we've narrowed it down to a choice of 3 electric bikes. I'm just sort of looking through the pros and cons of each. Got to look at size because a lot of paths have sort of concrete blocks the entrance of the paths so that motorbikes and stuff can't get through. Electric bikes are allowed through, but some of the bikes are a little bit too wide. We've got a couple of old buildings down here. Yeah, bikes also we're looking at. Oh, we've got a chicken right down here by our feet. Yeah, some of the bikes are that little bit too wide. Little community area here, so some exercise equipment, covered area for folks to go and sit in the evening. I haven't actually been through here before, so we're just going to see what we can see. Yeah, I also need the ability, it's got to be sort of have enough space to be able to sit my guitar in front of my feet if I want to go somewhere with my guitar, like to the kindergarten I go to from time to time. It'll be nice to, instead of having someone from there have to come and pick me up, to be able to actually make my own way there. And the other consideration is range. I'm sort of looking for something that's got at least 100 kilometers range, so that I've got a fair range of distance I can travel to make videos here and there. So yeah, that's within the next week or two I'll have an electric bike and we're going to start having videos come up. I've sort of done a lot of the stuff within walking distance of the school. I've actually walked further than what some people would call walking distance for some of the videos, but yeah, it'll be nice to have that extra sort of ability. So we're coming out here onto the main highway, sort of running from DingHu. If we turn back to the right here, that'll go through the DingHu town site, or well, town site, city site now, back through to ZhaoQing. Keep following this road, you'll end up back at the port we went to a couple of weeks back, and then head down this way. You're heading down to ZhaoQing, which is sort of the last sort of area of ZhaoQing, and then into Guangzhou. So along this road out here, because it's sort of just outside the sort of city area, it's a lot of this sort of industrial stuff. So here we have truck. I'm not sure if this is hire or sales. It must be sales, I think. Surely they don't hire these things out, but I could be wrong. Oh, we're going on a bike going past us here. So yeah, there's a lot of sort of hardware stuff out here for all the building that's going on. So a lot of the builders will come out this way to source their stuff. Most of the hardware stuff is back sort of behind us. We'd have to turn the other way, but there's still a few little places out here. So what we're going to do is wander down this way a little way. There's a footbridge which will get us over the road, and then there's a little sort of road that will lead us to the train station. So yeah, stick around, come for a walk with us. We'll sort of put the video footage on high speed for a lot of it, and then we'll come back to you when we find something interesting. So stick around, we'll see what we find on our way through here. Okay, it looks like here we have metal fabrication stuff. So we can see they've got a big tank here. This sort of it's almost like a building site office sort of frame, which is really cool. And then we see inside they got all the metalworking gear, making yeah, all sorts of metal stuff. I have to try and get in there sometime and have a look. I do like to go and watch things being constructed, see how they build stuff. It's always quite interesting for me. Maybe not for you, I don't know. What do we got down in here? So big workshop, can't really see what they're doing in there. Quite a few cars parked back in there though, so they must have some sort of operation going on. You notice a number of trucks heading down this road in both directions. We've got a few more coming up in front of us. Yeah, very, very busy road, this one. So here we have truck bringing empty pallets. Another looks like truck maintenance sort of stuff in here again. Looks like they do a lot of trailer work, I would be guessing. And the name ZhaoQing. So yeah, probably working on the trailers and hitches and stuff. What do we got there? It's petrol, I think. Another one, karting. Okay, can't see what's in the back of that one. So yeah, this road, I mean, what do we got? 1, 2, so actually we'll just step out here. So we have 3 lanes on the main highway, then we have 2 lanes off to the side here. So when we get to intersections and stuff, this main road will either have a bridge or a tunnel so that the traffic's not stopping for traffic lights, and then if you want to get off, you slide off into this side road at one of these exits here, get off the main road, and that will take you into places like your side roads, or if you want to get into these businesses. So sort of got to be aware of where you're going, because there's not a lot of pull-off points. So you have to sort of know in advance where it is you're going and what you're going to be looking for. Otherwise, you might have to drive another 3 or 4 kilometers down the road before you can turn around back behind us and then turn around and go all the way up here. So the main road, the next turn-off point is another few hundred meters down here. But then if you go back this way, back behind us, you've probably got 6 or 7 kilometers between turnaround points. So yeah, you have to be aware of where you're driving. I actually was coming out here with one of our teachers, and we were busy chatting away. She missed the turn-off point up here, and we ended up driving bloody miles down the road before we could find somewhere else to turn around, which was fun. We had a good laugh about that. So we're looking at our left here, we're now just into sort of scrubland. We're away from most of those business sort of areas. There are a couple more up in front of us. And then just see in the distance up here the train line heading into the high-speed rail. And yeah, it's all go. So the train line is off to our right, back behind all that area. But between here and the train line is a very rural area. There's a lot of small farms, vegetable gardens, a lot of ponds which look like they are, well, a lot of them still under construction. So they're probably going to have quite a big fish production area, maybe ducks as well. So yeah, it's all happening here. So if you get on this road during sort of holiday times, this is just jam-packed with traffic. It's amazing the amount of cars that come down this way, people heading into ZhaoQing. Although ZhaoQing's not much of a sort of tourist place for foreigners, it's a very, very popular tourist place for Chinese people. There's a lot of history in ZhaoQing. I've sort of been learning a little bit about some stuff during World War II. There's a lot of caves up in the mountains and stuff where the rebels fighting against the Japanese used to hide out to keep themselves away from the Japanese when the Japanese were here. They have a little brickworks in here, or paving works. Really, they're not really bricks. These are sort of floor pavers, so same as what we're walking on here. This is where they're made here, so we've got all the building facilities in there. It's not a big place, but they tend to have more of these places and smaller, rather than having one big plant. Sort of gives more people the opportunity to sort of have their own business, run their own business and stuff, rather than having one big fat cat employing all these people individually. So I quite like that idea. I like that a lot of people can run their own stuff here. They're not sort of controlled by big business. Yeah. So this is one of the waterways we come down. So you have this river sort of running this way, and then this is one of the waterways that will come down, and that'll carry on through here. About 5 kilometers down the way is the main Zhejiang River. We have butterflies flying down in there, a few birds. I don't know how well you can see them with this camera, but very pleasant looking area. It'd be nice to sit down there in the shade and just watch the water trundling by. So here we have a good view of the highway. Head down this way about, I think it's about 20 more kilometers. You head into Serhui. Might even be less. That might be the outskirts of Serhui I can see just on the horizon. I don't know how well you can see them. But then over in front of us here is all sort of rural sort of stuff, farms and the like. And then in the distance you can just see the buildings through the haze. All of those are new. All the high rise out here is basically brand new. DingHu is being turned into a very big centre. Apparently it used to be quite a small sort of almost village feel, and it's certainly not that anymore. So looking down here we can see just fields and fields and fields of agriculture stuff. Mainly vegetables, a little bit of fruit, but mainly vegetable gardens out here. And the train station, so we see the train line here, the train station's off to the left down here. So we're headed that way. So if we move over to our left here, we can see this is all cornfields all through here. It's just looking, is that corn? Yeah, I think it's corn. I'm not a great one for plants, as I have mentioned before. I don't know what a lot of plants are. I'm not a gardening sort of person, but I think they're corn. We've got all these waterways running between each sort of row here. So there's plenty of water there for the plants. It is very stagnant looking water, but I don't know how fresh water that plants use has to be. Okay, so these guys have been lowering some concrete blocks down, so it is some sort of, looks like they'll be building maybe electric towers. Just wait, he's bringing his legs in here. Once he's done, we'll swive on past. So we've got a line of cars off here to our left as well. Big line of cars waiting to get through here. So on our left here we have some sort of shed, which is probably, I'm guessing, to do with all the farm stuff. It's probably storage for their produce when they're when they're picking, and probably seed storage and the like as well for when it's off season. So through to our right, on our right here, just, yeah, we can cross the road safely. There's not going to be any cars coming for a few minutes, I don't think. So on our right here, we have all these sort of covered areas here for growing things that don't like direct sunlight. And then if we go over to the left here, we see a lot of the frames over here, but they're not covered at the moment. They're just sitting open. So yeah, I don't know what they're growing. I can't see from here. It is too far away. So another thing that you'll notice here, which I don't know that we have much of in Australia, is the roads here are concrete. It is just poured concrete slabs. In Australia, well, the bit of Australia that I come from, roads are generally either they're just unpaved gravel roads, or they're paved with bitumen. They don't really use concrete for the construction. We're just going to stand off to the side here. Got a bit of traffic coming through. And yeah, with traffic coming through the other way, we'll give them a bit of space to wander on through. Oh, nice little BMW. Okay, and we're back on our way. Yeah, a lot of, when you're getting out into villages, out in countryside areas, there's a lot of this sort of concrete used for roads, which I hadn't really seen before I got to China. You know, concrete roads were either bitumen or gravel. Over on our left here, let's just cross the road. I have one of these great big dams. Now, I'm guessing they're growing fish in here, just judging by these, just get a little bit further up here past these bushes and just see these aerating machines. We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in here, just churning the water up, keeping the air going through, keeping the water oxygenated and stuff. So yeah, I'm guessing that they're growing fish in there, although there's a little shed here, but there's no, normally when they've got these ponds and they're growing fish, normally they have quite a bit of infrastructure around, so maybe they're not, or maybe this is used for people from the village around here. They can come and actually catch their own fish, bring a fishing rod down, and so probably can't see it in the surface there, but I can see fish breaking the surface in there. So there are fish in there, so it may well be that that's used for more sort of private use. It's not a commercial thing. But as we get up closer to, actually we might duck up here, this one's actually really full. So the water's almost at a point where it's going to be breaking this little bank here and flowing down onto the road. So there's a lot of birds, sort of wetland sort of birds and stuff flying around off in the distance. have a few stands of bamboo here. We have another train heading past. So the train line's right in front of us now. That's it's quite a long train, that one. So we're actually going to, so we can just see it heading down there. It's getting very close to the train station now. So we're going to cross underneath the train line here and end up on the other side of the train line. So the station itself is over on the other side of the line. So we'll get quite a good close look at the railway line here. We have some big banana trees here. We've got another train coming past us, heading off in the other direction. It's another longer train. So yeah, we have a few banana trees here on our left. We can just see a couple of bunches of bananas up in here. Not ready for eating quite yet, but they won't be far away. And then as we head under this rail line, so they have two lines, one heading in, one heading out. Big concrete bollards. So all of these high-speed rails, well, everyone that I've seen is raised. None of them are sitting at ground level. Not entirely sure why that is, whether it is well, no, I can't even guess. I'm not an engineer of any kind, so I have no idea. So we're down now on the road to the train station, and yeah, so all of this roadway out here is all as well brand new. It's all been built specifically for the train station. So when I first arrived here, they had the high-speed rail running, but the actual station itself wasn't yet completed, so it's all very, very new out here. So we see this building in front of us here. Look underneath there, we've actually got some sort of a lock underneath there, so controlling how much water's coming down through off the mountains and stuff, heading down to the river. And then we can see through here, there's a lot more of these dams spread out right the way through, back underneath the train lines and right the way through to the other side. So yeah, trying to control that water flow, and it's also going to give an opportunity for a lot more fish breeding, duck breeding, all that sort of stuff. Maybe frog breeding for restaurants. They do frogs here. I tried it once, never again. I'm not a fan. So this road here basically heads back to Guangzhou. This goes around the back of DingHu, so you don't actually have to go through DingHu itself. This will take you around the back of DingHu and then join back onto the main highway on the other side of DingHu to head into Guangzhou. So you're sort of avoiding all that city traffic, which is a good thing. Oh, we're gonna break through here. We should have green light all the way. Looks good. Okay, we were looking at getting up on this bridge, but just got a big area here. We're not going to be able to see anything out from up there. So what we'll do is we'll walk a little bit further down, get to the sort of distant end of the train station, and then find a way to cross the road back there a little bit closer. And this footbridge also leads you directly inside the buildings itself. We don't want to go there. We're not heading into the terminals. So in here we have a charging station for all the town buses. So buses heading out here from Guangzhou. So we see bus right in front of us here. The green one is 204. So that would actually be the bus if I was coming out here from my home. That would be the bus I would be catching. That actually stops just down the road from my apartment, probably 600-700 meters away. Then over here we have the car park, main car park. Okay, we'll just watch. We've got a car coming in here. Well, he thinks he's coming in, we're not actually sure. Okay, and we're going to head down this way, down through into the car park. So yeah, all the buses being charged up here. You get more apartment units up the back for staff and the like. So yeah, when the first time I came out here to take a train, everything operated out of this end of the station. So we'll just get up here, the other side of the car park. You'll see what basically was the station when I first arrived, and then we'll go through and show you the rest. So yeah, you'd come in here. We've got a covered area up here which used to be the bus stop, where all the buses would drop people off, pick people up, and then in behind there is a little, it's almost like a demountable classroom that we use in Australia. We have a couple of them built in here, which was basically your access out onto the train platforms. So all the rest of the station was still under construction. There was still a lot of work being done out there. And then, yeah, it's gradually all opened up. And it's, yeah, it's a huge big facility here. So I think this that we've just walked through, I think that is sort of long-term parking if you're here for a long while. So this in front of us here was basically the train station when I first arrived, while all the rest was being constructed. So yeah, you used to go back into here and then up onto the platform, and the platform sort of through here is this end of the platform, and you have to walk quite a way. So down on our left we have roadway going down to underground parking. There's all underground parking all the way through underneath here. And then, yeah, when I arrived, the first time I came out here to catch a train, all of this building here, they had the basic frame up, but that was about it. And then everything else up in front over this side, there was nothing there. It was still basically just groundworks. We have a train flying through there, so not with a stop here. So when you come to the train station, well, first to buy tickets, you can either book your tickets online through WeChat or other apps. And then you'll either have an electronic ticket on your phone, or you can head in this end here to, you'll scan your phone, scan your ticket, and you can actually get a paper ticket. Or if you're like me, being a foreigner, you have to actually go in, so you can actually go in there. They've got counters with people. You actually go in there and buy your ticket, which is what I normally do. I don't normally travel during like the big holiday times because it's just too busy. And being a foreigner, it's very hard for me to book tickets, so I just don't. Then in here is your main entrance into the station itself. So we see a line of people here. We'll wander over there, get a little bit closer for you. And then they've all got to go through security checkpoint. So you go through a metal detector, put all your bags through a X-ray machine, make sure you're not carrying bombs and stuff. If you're carrying any water, any bottles of water or anything like that, any sort of drink, they'll actually make you take the lid off, take a drink before you're allowed onto the train, just to make sure that you're not carrying some sort of, you know, nerve gas or whatever else they might have. So out the front here we have this big square here. Over on the left here is a police sort of security area. Over in front of us up here is, I think that is some sort of tourist information center. If we head up, this one here heads into the intra-city sort of area. And then we'll take a walk down through here. So all of this stuff here was non-existent when I first came here. It was all, they were still preparing all the grounds, and to see how much it's changed in what, 5-6 years, it's just unbelievable. So we've got an elevator in here, takes you down to the underground car park area, which I think we'll see from around the corner here. So once you come, so to get on the train, you're heading through this entrance over here. To come off the train, you're coming down through here. So we've got gates down here somewhere that people will walk through, come out here. So if we look up here, we've got taxi pickup area, transfer, okay, this is a transfer centre, intra-city railway. And then if we head down this way, okay, so here, this, right here is our exit. So once you get off the train, you'll come out this way and then walk around through this side, coming out here. Okay, let's go for a little walk around this side. So if we have a look in here, we've got some massage chairs down there, lots of waiting area. There's a bus area down there. We have some lockable cabinets for bags and stuff. If you're waiting from one train to catch another train, you can chuck your bags in there, scan them on your WeChat, and from there they will, yeah, you can go and have a feed somewhere in a restaurant or something as you go. Up in front of us here we have a McDonald's. There's another couple of restaurants around this side. So yeah, if you sort of got an hour or two to kill from one train to another as you're transferring, You got places out here to eat. And then we'll go around to the right here and we'll go and have a look at the bus station. Yeah, we won't go down into the underground parking area under here, but there's a massive underground parking space here, which is really, really big. I was surprised when I saw it the first time how much space they've got under there. So you see, yeah, these are the taxis we were talking about earlier, all brand new. Yeah, they're all no more than a couple of years old. Buildings all the way around us here. It's amazing looking construction. Really good looking building. We've got more elevators around to our left here. Steps going up, so we're now underneath the intra-city railway. And then out here is the bus station area. So if you come in on the train, you see all the different numbers. So 204, KO1, KO5, 205, KO2, and they'll all be coming through here to pick up their people. And then if we come over this way, I think this is another entrance to the underground car parking area. Yeah, it is. And then if we look down this side, we might, yeah, so it's heading down through there and then chucking a right underneath into the car parking area. Okay, and this is just another entrance. So yeah, this is it's an amazing building, and it's gone up so quick. From the time, you know, when I first came out and first used the train lines, we had sort of the frame of the main station, and then all of this area out here was all just groundworks. And you know, in 5.5, 6 years, we've got this amazing construction. Oh wow! Look up at the. Just have a look up at the roof up here. That's just incredible. It's amazing. They've done a very, very good job. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that little walk around here. Walk to here and then have a look around the train station. Yeah, if you have, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn a bit more about life here. If you have any questions, comments, chuck them down in the comment section. If you have anything that you would like to see, anything you'd like to learn, hit us up in the comments. Give us ideas. If you come up with a good idea for a video, I'll go out and make it for you. No problem. Yeah, I'm happy to take suggestions and try and accommodate what you guys want to learn. So yeah, hit us up in the comments. Tell us what you want to see, and we'll bring it to you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to go head into one of these little restaurants here somewhere and have a bite to eat, because it's well past lunchtime and I've done a fair bit of walking and I'm feeling just a little bit peckish. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Take care.